Hello everyone, it's Becky and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new Disney video kind of related. I've been trying to do more Disney videos, so that's what I'm going to be doing from now on in this channel also. I also do a lot of ton of vlogs and everything, so I'll make sure to link those down below. I do have a big trip coming up, so I'll be vlogging the whole way. But anyways, enough of that chat. Today I'm going to share with you guys my tips of how to get to Disneyland in one day. Which, by the way, is totally doable. Like, trust me, you can totally do it. I do want to say that if you're first time going and you really can't afford to go another day, this is a great way to do everything. Like, no regrets. Trust me, you can do it. I know there's a few things that if I skip or anything, it's really not crazy. Like, you don't have to do them. I will try to include everything. It's up to your discretion. But basically, you could do all of the rides, you know, in one day. But one thing I want to mention is that I am going to be looking at this map. So if I look down, it's because I'm going to be looking at the map because I just want to remember how I do it. Now, I've gone to Disneyland like a bajillion times. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think the first year that I got my pass, I went like about 100 times to Disneyland. Like, literally, I was there every weekend. So, yeah, I've been through it a lot of times. And there's days that were like, I bring like certain family members that don't go all the time. And I'm in a mission to get everybody in there and to see everything as much as we can. I know people have different criterias of what they like depending if you have kids or not. I feel like all the rides here are kid friendly. There has not been one ride that I have not seen the cutest little tiniest kid. I mean, of course you have to be according to the height, but in the ride, like, oh my god, it's like the cutest thing. Obviously if they have height restrictions, they can make it. There's also all that, you know, swapping you can do with the parents, swapping, or an adult. Actually, it has to have to be two parents, but two adults, you know, that way everybody can experience the ride and all that good stuff. But I'll get to that another video of all these kind of tricks that you can do. But another thing I want to mention is that Disneyland does have the fast pass, like the paper version. To me, it was the only like I thought for a long time it was like the only way to get fast pass, like paper. What are people talking about? That's how you get fast pass. But I know in Disney World now they have like the little magic bands. But anyways, Disneyland does have the paper fast pass that on a slow day you can literally get like a buttload of fast passes. But that's another story. So yeah, most of the fast pass there, if you don't want to use them, you don't have to. I feel like you could get through all the park without using a fast pass, especially on a slow day. If you're going summer, God bless you, because it's just gonna be a disaster. You could still go through most of my planning, as I'm gonna express right now, because we did it. I tested it out and it was summer. But I feel like also the day that we might have gone, it wasn't that busy. I don't know. But anyways, I have the map here with me and we're gonna get started finally after this so long intro. So let's get to it. So tip number one to get through all this, you have to get there at the end, like as soon as it's open. Be there early. If you're staying in a hotel, you're gonna get that extra magic morning, which I still recommend to follow my steps, or I'll express right now, like there's a certain ride that I do recommend you doing if you're getting that extra magic morning. Honestly, if you are getting that extra magic morning, is like a total bonus because the park is literally empty. There's not a lot of hotels that actually get the extra magic morning, like literally like 4 or 3. And so you're gonna get like the whole park to yourself. So if you are staying in a hotel, lucky, because you get to have the park by yourself for a whole hour basically. So extra magic morning is great. If you don't have it, don't worry about it, because again, there's not a lot of people in extra magic morning. But anyways, so first things off, get there in the morning, because that's, if you get there like after 10, like it's gonna throw all this shebang away and you have to base yourself on fast pass. So if you can get there before, yeah. So anyways, first things off, of course, in the park, we enter. You can either take a quick second to take a few pictures and then head to Space Mountain. Everybody heads over there. Space Mountain does have a fast pass system, but even the fast pass, if it's a really busy day, you're still gonna wait like 20 minutes. It's not bad, 20 minutes. But if you're like in a like timeline, you want to spend that time on another ride that does not have fast pass. So this is why I recommend going to Space Mountain first. Now, if you have Magic Morning, I recommend you do Peter Pan, because Peter Pan is one of those rides here that is always busy. It always has 60-minute wait Like, that's like the minimum wait that you're gonna wait there. 60 minutes. So if you go Magic Morning, you do Peter Pan first, which is that's what everybody does. Go do that, get it over with, and you don't have to worry about it. It's an awesome ride. I highly recommend it. Now, if you have little kids and this is like your first visit, head to Fantasyland, but if you see the line, which it will, it's really more than 60 minutes, go to another one, because I feel like you're going to waste a lot of your morning there, and most of the rides have no line. So we want to waste those precious no line mornings on other rides than spending 60 minutes of your morning making Peter Pan. So that's a kind of tricky one, but first things off, let's go to Space Mountain, okay? So after Space Mountain, we're going to do some walking. So you can either head to, which we usually do, we head to the other side and get to Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones is another one. Yes, they offer Fast Pass, but the queue inside is really busy and is just too much. And the dogs are going crazy because I'm pretty sure the mailman is here, so sorry about that. So anyways, we're gonna do Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones, head over there. Get Indiana Jones done. You're gonna be done in a second. The queue inside is amazing, so you just want to walk in there, look around, see your surroundings. Great. Let's move on. After that one, you have two choices, which is up to you. You can either do Haunted Mansion, I always kind of do after, or if you just want to get to all the thrills, like go to Frontierland and do, oh my god, what is it called? Big Thunder Mountain. How did I forget the name? But Big Thunder Mountain, that's a big one that also has Fast Pass, but honestly, I hate the queue there. Like, it's so boring, and it gets to be sometimes really, really slow on a busy day. So I would do that. Check it off my list. Bam, done with that one. After, you can kind of decide where you want. You can also do another fast ride, which is Matterhorn. You can also do Splash Mountain early morning, so you don't have to worry about it, but I'll explain why I wouldn't do that one. So usually what I do that always works is going to Fantasyland. So after that, I go and do the kiddie rides, because they're usually not as busy at that time, or unless you want to do them at the end of the day, which will be less busy as well. So it's up to you, whichever you decide to do. So we usually go do all the Fantasyland ones, except for Peter Pan, okay, except for Peter Pan, because I'm placing myself, let's say, in the group of I didn't get Magic Morning, and I'm there at opening, so I haven't done Peter Pan. So I would do all the kiddie rides, which is like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, I love that one, Snow White, and Pinocchio, I will do that. I will even get on Dumbo if it's not busy, which it usually isn't. After I get there, I actually head to Tomorrowland and get to Astro Blasters, because that line is usually like this. It's super fast, okay? And then I would get, before I go in that one, I would get a Fast Pass for Star Tours. Now, Star Tours is one that sometimes people, this is like a timeline, you know, that I have. So I wouldn't waste my time if it's like super slow. So if you go in there and it's like 10 minutes, go in it. If it's more than 30 minutes, get a Fast Pass. Okay, so it's up to you. I would get to Astro Blasters and do Star Tours, because again, it's not as busy in the morning, okay? I'm thinking all this walking around, people are going to want to take a break and eat, and that's great. It's up to you, whatever preference, because you have, as of right now, done most of the rides. So you can definitely either sit down and do a dining service or get a quick service. It's up to you, depending on your family. You know, people obviously have bathroom breaks and all that stuff. But since we're in a mission here, I highly recommend to save all that time for right now. So right now, eat, take a snack. Now, if it's still very early, which it could possibly happen, where it's like 11 and you have done all those rides, but you still have a lot of time left, I would definitely go back to Adventureland and do, what is it called? The Jungle Cruise, okay? Jungle Cruise is great. Also, if you guys are tired, Jungle Cruise in the morning is not as busy as it's going to be in the afternoon. So you can do that, and it's sitting down. It takes a few minutes. You know, it's not like a quick ride. You can kind of relax, sit down. You know, I usually kind of bring snacks and eat them in there. And, you know, enjoy Jungle Cruise. After Jungle Cruise, again, if you have time, I would head over and do, which is in New Orleans Square, and do like Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie the Pooh, checked off your map. It never has a long queue unless it's a busy day, and we're talking about in the afternoon. It's going to get crazy. So go do Winnie the Pooh, hang out over there, and then figure out if you want to do Splash Mountain or not, okay? So another thing, when you're heading to Winnie the Pooh, because Splash Mountain's on that side, you can decide, if you haven't done it yet, if you want to get a fast pass for it, because that line, like, literally, it's super crazy. And if you even can get on it. A lot of people want to skip it. They're scared of the drop, which is totally fine. So it's up to you. I would definitely get a fast pass and try to get it at around this morning time, like 11 and noon, because the fast passes are never like sold out. You're gonna get it like 3 or 4, which is a great time because it's still hot in LA, so definitely get it around that time. If the fast pass is like really late, I will still get it, but it's a preference for you guys. If the line is really short, just get it over with. If not, get a fast pass, because again, we don't want to waste time. So I would probably do Matterhorn right after, you know, doing like Winnie the Pooh and all that stuff, okay? So get to Matterhorn and do that. The line is never like, it may look long, but it goes by really quick because it has 2 queues. So don't be scared if it's like going around the mountain. It usually goes by really fast, and that's the one that I would waste my time on because it's not that crazy. So after that, I would head up to It's a Small World, because usually there's not a lot of people around that area yet. Most people are still in the bottom. So It's a Small World. There is going to be line, but it's not going to be like super crazy. But at this time, I mean, you've done most of the rides, so you have time to like spend on some rides. So go over there, get It's a Small World, or better yet, head to Toontown and see how the Roger Rabbit ride is. If the ride is like 20 minutes, like, I would check the queue, because that queue is so slow on loading. They lie. They always say it's like 20 minutes and the queue is like so long. So I would get a fast pass, because literally you won't even wait 5 minutes. Like, you go in and bam, you get loaded. So I would get a fast pass, and the fast pass there is always like 30 minutes after. So get a fast pass and then do a Small World while you wait, you know, so that way you're not wasting time, because It's a Small World is definitely not going to be no more than 30 minutes. So go wait for that one, load it up, super slow and everything, okay? After, head to Toontown, hopefully your fast pass is up, and then go on the Roger Rabbit ride. If it's not done, don't worry. There's little things to do around there, like the little rides here and there, so you can definitely get on like not rides, sorry, like the little houses, like Mickey's house, Minnie's house. There's photo opportunities there, so I would waste my time if it's important to you to get photo opportunities. It's never been a big deal for me, so it's up to you if you want to go and enjoy like around that time, you know, wait 20 minutes to meet Minnie or so. Sometimes the queues there could get crazy, but at this time you honestly have plenty of time because you've done most of the rides already, okay? So do that, get on Toontown. There is a small coaster there. It's really not worth your time. It's like the smallest coaster. I wouldn't get on it, but if you want to waste time on getting on that, it's fine. It's never that crazy. If you see that it's more than 30 minutes, don't get on it, because it's literally one coaster and it takes like less than a minute to go around that little park. And then it's done. So, and then load people in, load people out. That takes a while, and then there you go. So it takes a long time. So I wouldn't waste my time. I would just look at it and then be done with it. Then we're heading back to Fantasyland. Usually also at this time, my family always gets snacks. They want to see shows and all that stuff. In Fantasyland, there's like the little, what is it called? The Royal Hall. And it's a great opportunity to now hang in there and watch one of the shows. The shows usually start like, there's always a ton, like at 2:15, 3:15, 4. So you can pick what time you want to see the Royal Hall. I highly recommend to see those shows. They're so cute and they're so funny. They basically just tell a tale of one of the princess, so whoever's time slot it is. It can be Beauty and the Beast, it can be Tangled, and it can be Frozen. So you guys can decide which ones you want to do. After, depending on what time it is or what we manage, I think the parade is very quick to come. So I would put like, I want to say, I mean, this is the time frame from July and August. So at this time they had the, what is this, the Sensational Parade, and it was at 4:30. So if you're around like, depending on where you at with time, if it's about like 4 or less or more, depending on your party group, I would go and just sit and wait for the parade. A lot of people wait like really early, like an hour before the parade. So it's up to you, depending of the group and everything. You could definitely find a nice spot and just wait for the parade. Get a churro, get some snacks, and just wait. That's like my favorite thing to do. It is my time to look for some food and head to the parade and just wait for it. Get some ice cream and all that stuff. So yeah, like at 4:30, just wait for the Sensational Parade. Then after, the lines during the parade are like slightly less. So basically once the parade is over, and honestly it's a hassle to get around there, the lines might go a little bit bigger. So it's up to you what you want to do. We usually go to do Storybook Canal, and which is in Fantasyland, and sometimes we do like the cups, the little spinning cups they have at Alice in Wonderland little area, and then also Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, the queue is always like 30 minutes, and it goes by, it doesn't feel that long. Every time people win his mind, we always made a big line for it, and it never feels bad. It always kind of works out for us. We get on it, and it's great. We love it. So it's up to you if you want to do Alice at this time and also do Storybook Canal. That one loads up really quick too, the Storybook Canal, that I've remembered. There also has a smaller one, Casey Jr., that can load up quite quick. So that's like another hour that you might spend, an hour and a half depending on like the waits, to do those little rides, which are quite fun. And they usually close early due to like the preparation for the fireworks, so make sure you keep that in mind before getting in there. Because like this night, the fireworks were at 9:30, so I can't remember if they closed or they stopped doing that like an hour before. I cannot remember, I'm so sorry, but it's something like that. So I want to say at this time, we're like 6:30, maybe 7, and you can decide like Nemo, if you want to do Nemo with Friends late in the afternoon. Usually the line, it is a bit better, but honestly the line there is just like ridiculous. It's always so long. I can't get on that one, so it's always up to you how much time you want to spend on that one. I can't get on it because I have a lot of like anxiety. It's quite claustrophobic. If you don't have even like, if you're not even scared of tight spaces, you might get scared on that one because it just feels like you're trapped in there, and you might like, I don't know, it's just very scary for me. But it's a cute Nemo ride, so it's up to you what you want to do at that point. They also have Innovations, so you can also head over there to wait for the lines to come down later on the night, and just walk around. Innovations is quite nice, and that's in Tomorrowland. At this time, I would get dinner because the lines are usually quite crazy, and because people are waiting for the parade or Fantasmic or one of those. So it's always up to you what you want to do at this time. I would get, like I said, I would have already got a fast pass for Autotopia before I even went to the little like Star Wars launch area they have, which I just said the name and I can't remember it. But I will probably get a fast pass for Autotopia. That queue line, it just takes forever to load in, okay? Forever. But the little ones love it. I think it's fun. I would personally get on it if I've never been on it. It's cool. You won't regret it. But the queue waits forever, okay? So get a fast pass and get through it, because either way, I think fast passes, you're gonna wait. So it's up to you. But I would get on that and then, you know, work around my magic there. Another one, what haven't done? I'm thinking now what's rest that I usually do. Oh, they have little like little astro orbiters going around in Tomorrowland. That's another one. The queue line could get really busy. It's up to you if you want to do it at night. I would wait until like later on, because those usually get like really empty after the parade. I mean after the fireworks and stuff. So anyways, after that I would probably eat dinner. It's probably dinner time, so you can take your time. Bathroom breaks, dinner time, all that good stuff. After that, I was, depending like what you did, if you did some shopping, if you decided to get on anything again, or before that, I would also do the, I forgot this one. This is a good one. It's in Adventureland, and the Tiki Room is a great one to get on. So at nighttime, the wait there is never a big, like, it's quick, okay? You're gonna go in there right away. You just have to wait basically for to go inside, but it's not a crazy wait. So it's up to you if you want to go in there at that point and do that while you wait for the fireworks or the Paint the Night parade, which is the first one at 8:45. Which it's up to you depending on where you see yourself at that moment. If you're barely gonna eat, if the rides that I have told you guys, they've been a bit longer wait. It's up to you if 8:45 already hits and you want to eat dinner. Don't worry, go eat, because there is another parade at 10:45. But the only one that we can't budge is the fireworks. If you don't care about fireworks, this is great, because you can go ahead and like really look and see what's left, because we basically have done most of the park. So you can look around where you want to get on it again, or, you know, look in here. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. But you know, they have great shops there, great places to just walk around and enjoy. I would definitely take some time in New Orleans Square to walk around and look at the shops. That's awesome. Adventureland is really small, so you don't have to waste too much time there. Frontierland has some cute shops in there, and they also have a great ice cream place, and they have a show, which let me see if I can find it here. So they have a few shows in there. I cannot find it for the life of me right now, but they also have a show in that little ice cream place. It's called the Golden Horseshoe. They have an awesome show there, which I highly recommend if you want to get some ice cream later on that night before the fireworks or so on. Okay, you can go in there and just, sometimes they have nice shows. I'm pretty sure I've been there late and they've done something for me. So after all that shebang, I recommend, if you even have time for that, I recommend to go do the fireworks. Okay, so just head over, do the fireworks, get a nice spot. The fireworks are pretty, like, have a wide range of it, so you don't have to be like super close to the castle. I would recommend to see them through Main Street. Just head to Main Street, because they literally will close the middle and you just have to stand there, and like you don't have to be like, oh my god, I didn't get a spot, because literally the middle of Main Street is all just for the fireworks showing, and you can just stand there and then like look at the fireworks, and it's gonna be awesome. The walls have like, well, Main Street has like basically images of like the fireworks, which the castle also has. The castle one is like the most perfect view. If that really interests you, you do have to spend like 2 hours waiting for that. You kind of want to not get on certain things and just head over and wait, so it's always up to you what you want to decide. For me, I would just stay in Main Street and just watch them, but it's all up to you. Again, so get the fireworks, and then after you can always basically, if I remember correctly, last time the fireworks were over, people were like walking out like crazy. Just head to one of the sides, stay there, and then try to see if you can sit down, because people are going to be walking like so much. A lot of people are leaving right after, and a lot of them are going back to the park. So I would just stay in Main Street and wait for the parade, which it's at 10:45. So the fireworks end like at 10, I want to say, maybe a little bit less, and the parade is a little bit less. But if you want to get a good spot, that's the time to get it. So I would recommend maybe somebody can stay there, could be nice enough to sacrifice themselves and just sit there and hold your guys' spots while the rest can shop in Main Street. That's a great opportunity and time to shop, and then, you know, get a snack or whatever and just wait for the parade, because the Paint the Night parade is like the bomb. You gotta see it. After the parade it's over, which takes a few minutes for it to start or get to Main Street and all that stuff, I would go on more rides or walk around the night scene, because everything at night is a little bit different at Disneyland. Things are a little bit different. Now, there is a few rides that I prefer at nighttime. Like, I usually technically get like on the Astro Orbiters, like the little things. I usually get those like really late at night because there's no line. And I usually get on Peter Pan. Now, after the fireworks, they close it, and since the fireworks come out of the castle, the fire department has to inspect that area, make sure that everything's fine. So that could take up to like 20 minutes or 30. So I would go do some other rides and then just head over there and then wait for Peter Pan, because that's like the last one. So after it opens, people are literally waiting for Peter Pan. They have the same idea. Well, not the same idea. Most people leave, but some of them are to leave that one for the last end, because even if the park is closing, they're not going to kick you out if you're waiting in line. So you don't have to worry if it's going to close at 11, if it's going to close at 12. You just head over there and get in line. If you're in line, they have to make you ride that ride. Like, they're not going to be like, sorry, we're going to close, you have to leave, even though you've been waiting for like forever for that ride. That's not going to happen. So I would highly recommend to get on that one. Usually the park closes at 12 anyway, so you do have some wiggle room. So that was my whole plan. So how to do Disneyland. If it closes at 12. If it closes at 1 or 2, then you definitely got some good wiggle room, which sometimes they do have that time. But I hope this was so helpful for you guys. I tried to go through everything. That's how I usually go. Like, I was trying to envision how we do it as a family. Again, sometimes things don't work out the way that I say it. I mean, it could be that, you know, the lines get too busy, you know, all this stuff. You can work your fast pass magic. If you have the fast pass, you could even do a little bit better. But sometimes you waste your time to head somewhere and the line's not even that bad. So I wouldn't even get a fast pass and do something else or whatever. I would just get on it, but it's always up to you. I hope this was helpful again. Let me know if I forgot anything. Again, I will usually, I don't know, I feel like I'm forgetting a ride, and I'm gonna like be really upset. But I was looking at the map the whole time, like trying to know like where areas. And I know some of you guys might not be able to handle the walking around. Disneyland is quite big, but it's not like Disney World, so don't be scared to be like, oh my god, Rebecca, you're gonna have me like burning 1,000 calories. No. You literally, it's definitely walkable. Wear comfy shoes and have a night jacket just in case it gets cold, because California can have colder nights. Some people are not used to it. I'm okay, especially because I'm walking around and sweating. So it's up to you. But anyways, that's it. All this talking. Thanks so much for watching. Again, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. More Disney videos will come. And that's it. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.